There goes a breakage.
What's up, guys? Rich Cooper Bash back out in the shop. Got a new rig in the fleet. Obviously, this is a TRAXXAS X-Maxx 8S. Huge thanks to Dwight and the crew at Fast Track Hobbies in Rocklin, California. They have an absolutely awesome inventory of rigs. Just thought it was time to spice up my fleet a little bit. I'm definitely over all the brand wars between ARRMA, TRAXXAS, etc. Definitely love my 8S ARRMA rigs, guys. I just thought it was time to kind of diversify a little bit here. Obviously, this truck's nothing new, guys, but it's definitely new on my channel. I haven't had a TRAXXAS since my Slash I bought probably about 6 years ago. Huge shout out to my Bash brother David, as well as Thomas P, aka TP Parts RC Extreme. Definitely helped inspire me to go ahead and try one of these suckers. Obviously, there's a ton of guys online that have kind of tipped me over the edge. The biggest motivator to get this, quite frankly, is Mitch and Avery Looper have decided to kind of diversify and go ahead and start making parts for this platform. So I'm not really doing an unboxing, obviously, guys. Just wanted to do a quick kind of intro with this and kind of give a first thoughts impression. As you guys know, this is essentially a 6-scale monster truck. It's got really nice ground clearance. It's got lots of plastic on it, obviously. It's got a composite chassis. The weight's surprisingly light for the size of the truck. So other than being light for its size, guys, my first impression of this truck, I did a quick street shakedown. It honestly wasn't too impressive with the stock gearing. Right now, this car is completely stock. Only thing I did was I vented the tires. I threw in the included high-speed 46-tooth spur, and then I soldered on my own connectors. So the mesh actually felt a little bit tight with the stock 54-tooth spur. Feels nice with the 46. Top speed, I'm not really sure. The truck's got decent power with the stock electrics. All in all, this platform has a killer reputation for durability. Everyone knows that. I've always had a little issue with the stance being a little bit narrow, the center drive shaft bending. I also know from friends the stock gears and motor mount definitely has its limitations. Getting to the receiver box, pulling the ESC to do my solder job was pretty easy, as was pulling the motor and swapping out the spur gear. All in all, this truck's pretty modular. It can be a little tricky to reach different parts. My plan for this truck is to run basically bone stock for now, other than my gearing change. I've got a Hobbywing 5687 Max 6 combo on order. Hopefully be here in the next day or two. The ESC felt like it was kind of glitching. I just basically put this thing in the street just for a quick shakedown just to see if the truck was running right. Not sure if the speed controller's holding the truck back. It just felt like in forward it didn't have a whole lot of oomph. Gonna go ahead and run the shocks and diffs completely bone stock, just see how this feels. I will say the stock controller does feel a little cheesy, guys. It is what it is. I'm just gonna use this for the time being. Definitely like the handling on these tires. The only bummer is they shred pretty easy if you hit a jagged rock. Not really a big fan of the proprietary hex on these trucks either. Fortunately, M2C Racing's already working on a nice alternative. Big shout out to my brother Chris with Commander Astig RC. Check out his channel if you haven't subscribed already. He did a killer comparison on the new M2C prototype motor mount. That as well as the ESC plate / top brace. Super excited to try some of the upgrade stuff coming out from M2C Racing. Alright guys, enough babbling. Definitely want to get out. I haven't ran in over a week now. We had a huge storm about a week ago, had some flooding. I'm fine with the mud bash, but I'm probably going to break this thing at the skate park. Well, that's a little freaky. Whoa, brakes are really harsh on this sucker. Oh. Run number 1 at the skate park. There's a few skaters and a maintenance guy, so we'll see how this goes. Again, I'm just going to basically do a quick shakedown and kind of get used to the handling. You guys will notice I did a little roof skid, and that's just because the stance on this rig's definitely pretty narrow compared to the ARRMAs. I found myself sliding in the street pretty easily with rolls. Big Bertha, baby. There goes a breakage.
Okay, so you snap the plastic off.
Yeah, basically it's a control arm there, so you know this.
Still in business.
Yeah, pretty much. I just need to swap the arm real fast.
Damn.
I know. First breakage, baby. TRAXXAS is tough. All right, guys, I've just got my arm swapped out. Unfortunately, I didn't notice my shock, but it looks like I also blew a piston on that hit. All right, guys, I got a shock rebuild kit. There's a busted piston. You'll see just kind of a quarter of it just kind of chunked off. So my bad for not noticing that on my first trip to the hobby shop. Just as a side note, guys, these Gens Ace bashing, I think these are the 6800 milliamp, 100C discharge or 120C. These are actually a perfect fit in this rig. I don't know, the ESC feels like it's a little glitchy right now, guys. Might just be me, just getting used to the truck, basically. Some hard landings right there. It's a big truck though, guys. Ooh, missed that transition big time. The shocks are definitely a little on the soft side, guys. Whoa! Ouch! Oh! This thing is pretty fun to drive, guys, I won't lie. Oh, big Bertha. Oh my gosh. All right, guys, that's going to be it. Well, all in all, I'm definitely impressed with this rig. Obviously, I had my first couple breakage. I broke my rear left arm. Again, I went ahead and replaced that with an HD. I'll probably go through and just replace the rest of these with a TRAXXAS HD arms as well. I also have the RPM pins. I think I'm going to go ahead and at least tune the shocks. I'm grateful my shock shaft survived that little piston breakage. Not a big deal. I'm just going to have to start collecting parts just like with any of the rig. Super excited Mitch and Avery are going to be making parts for this. All right, guys, until next time. Late.